Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Today's video is finally going to be the video where I share with you my supplement routine, which is focused on not just improving health but also skincare, the supplements that I take to improve my skin. I want to start this video by just laying out all my cards on the table so you all know where I stand, where I'm coming from, what this video today is going to be. Because as some of you know, this is a very important video for me. Some of you do know my background, but I don't want you to hinge your choices off of me. I say all this because the topic of nutrition is incredibly important to me, as well as the research that goes on behind the scenes. The research that helps companies to make good supplements. So basically, if you're new to this channel, hello and welcome. My name is Alice, and yes, I did study nutrition. Specifically, my titles are nutritional scientist or clinical research coordinator. I don't know if it's got a good ring to it for reaction videos. I don't know, y'all. In spite of all that, I want to make it really clear up front that this video is about my supplement routine, and nothing in this video, nothing that I say should ever replace the advice of your doctor. And with the topic of supplements, this is serious. We are talking about what you ingest for your health. It should be wisely chosen, and you can actually really hurt your health if you are not taking the correct supplements, if you are mixing the wrong supplements, those types of things. So it is always best to be working with your professional. So at this point, it kind of goes without saying that I am saying check with your doctor before beginning any supplement routine. You know, it is very wise to have consistent blood work done so that you know what you're deficient in, what vitamins you should be supplementing with, and what you're not deficient in. Secondly, real briefly on the supplement industry as a whole, believe me, I am aware that in many ways it has a bad reputation, and as somebody who worked on supplements, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to me. You know, I see people like Alex Jones and how much he makes a mockery of the supplement industry, and it's frankly very frustrating to know what we scientists did, what we do to try to improve the health of everyone. It is very frustrating to see shady business practices happening in some aspects, but also know that there really are some people, teams of scientists, some businesses that really do want you to be healthy as well. At the end of the day, I think that you kind of have to fish out the sus brands. That goes without saying for everything in life, doesn't it though? You know, there are some people who are driven by greed and just want to make a quick buck, and then there are some people who genuinely want to improve the world around them. It's the same in the supplement industry. Believe me, I have seen it with my own eyes. Good people, bad people, everywhere. Also, if you are stumbling upon this channel, I want to make sure you know that this is much more of a beauty channel. I typically don't make videos about supplements. This is a hobby for me. My channel is just very fun. It's an outlet for me, really. So because of that, it is actually very strange to make a video on supplements. Some of the products that you're going to see through this video were initially sent to me in PR, but funny enough, with every supplement that I've accepted, aside from one, with every PR supplement that I've accepted, I've gone and repurchased, probably because I know in my head what supplements I'm likely to enjoy. There was a hair supplement that I wasn't the world's biggest fan of, but yeah, in general, I've gone on to purchase from these companies. Do know though, I do have some affiliated codes. The links in the description box below will also be affiliated, so making a purchase through those does help to support this little old channel. And my final point for the intro here, I want you to know about my skin type. So I do have acne-prone skin, and I'm in my 30s, which means I'm looking for both anti-acne and anti-aging in both my skincare routine and my supplements routine. But as you all know, I'm not the biggest fan of trying things that don't have science behind them. I want to read the primary literature, see the methods to those studies, and decide for myself if I think something is going well for me. So you are about to see my supplement routine, the supplements that I have chosen to stick with. Let's get into it. Part 1 is my must-haves as determined by my blood panels. Yes, these are doctor approved 100%. With calcium, I've been taking calcium since I was 14, 15. Apparently I am prone to osteoporosis. I'm currently taking the one from Hum, which is a vegan calcium. That's actually quite difficult to find and something that you most likely will have to really search out is vegan supplements as a whole, but it was pretty exciting to see this. This is actually a new direction for Hum. They recently updated this. This is their new Got Calcium formula. And then I also take vitamin D. It's so interesting. I never was deficient in vitamin D until more recently. It kind of really does correspond to getting much more into skincare. If you are a skincare enthusiast, you too might possibly be deficient in vitamin D, especially if you are very good about your sunscreen application. So, of course, again, this is something that is very easy to determine from your blood panels. But yes, it is true for me. I do need to supplement with a vitamin D. So again, I take one from Hum. These are the optionals. I do not actually take these every single day. I take these as I determine based on need. Now, again, it probably helps me rather tremendously to have the background that I do to make such judgment calls. But when it comes to fish oil, I try really hard to eat a lot of fish, especially fish that are rich in omega-3s, such as salmon and mackerel. But we all know the reality here. Fish is not something that is extremely common in the American diet, so I always keep a supplement around for days where I did not have my omega-3 needs met. I will supplement on that day. This is the Hum Raw Beauty Green Superfood Powder. I also bought their protein supplement more recently. I should have grabbed it. I'll just put it up on the screen for now. So these are also products that I alternate in and out. To be honest with you, I don't need to take these every day because I am a very big fan of eating a lot of vegetables. But listen, there are days where even those of us who have studied nutrition do not eat particularly well. Mardi Gras comes to mind. Days of eating Willie's Chicken Shack and Bloody Marys. Oh my gosh, my heart just sunk. I miss Mardi Gras so much. Check on your friends in New Orleans. We're all having such a hard time going this year without a Mardi Gras. Oh. On days like that, I will absolutely supplement with a scoop of a green superfoods powder. This may surprise you, but I'm actually not a big fan of multivitamins. I know a lot of people take them, and if your doctor has told you to take one, I don't override that. Let me really quickly talk about being a Hum subscriber since I've been on their plan for over 2 years at this point. So I really like it. I really like the fact that every month my credit card is billed, my vitamins show up at the door, and we're done. We don't have to think about it further. They send some freebies, they make it fun every month. But I do understand that some people have not had as good of an experience. I think part of it is that if you're not somebody who is going to take your supplements every day, I think it could be a surprise to see that charge show up on your credit card and you're thinking, whoa, I still have so many vitamins left, why did this happen? But nonetheless, I do think Hum is good about it. They do send you an email prior to being billed. They'll tell you about a week before that you're going to get another billing, you're going to get another order. So I feel like you do have control, but again, if you're not somebody who is consistent about supplements, that may not be the best choice for you. If that's the case, you can always find Hum at Sephora, at Nordstrom, and a lot of other places. Not sponsored. Hum has no idea I'm making this video. I just am a longtime fan of Hum. I like their transparency. Oh, and something else I should mention, when you sign up on the plan, you actually get an assigned dietitian. Again, it's not quite the same as having a dietitian in real life, but they do help you to lay out your supplements. So basically, if you're wondering what time of the day should I take my supplements, what goes with what is really nice about Hum is that you will see all this on your homepage. It clearly shows you this is for morning, this is for night, etc. And you can get a discount with signing up with Hum. If any of you have Hum referral codes, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Sharing is caring. I want to talk about one more thing kind of briefly because I have a full video on this already, but I do take CBD specifically because I'm an insomniac who struggles with sleep, and CBD has been the absolute best thing that I have ever tried for sleep. Some people also report that it has helped them with anxiety as well as stress. Again, I have a full video on this. This is the one that I take, Jupiter. I will link it. This one I purchased with my own money. I think this is the best one that I've tried. I've tried quite a few CBDs. I always try to reiterate this every time we talk about CBD. The research around CBD is in its infancy, which means we don't really know how much you should be taking. We don't know if it's better to be taking CBD isolate or full spectrum, but nonetheless, I think we are going to see some great developments with CBD, and I'm excited to really get more of an understanding about it because anecdotally, it's been amazing. Now let's get into the part of the video about skincare supplements, which is probably why you clicked today's video. Oh, I'm so excited about this section. We are going to start with an entire category of supplements that is made with the purpose of helping you improve your skin. And this is the Hush and Hush Skin Capsule Collection. Oh my goodness, I was so excited to see this. I love this company. I adore Hush and Hush so much. They see things the same way I do. We really see eye to eye with how central the research is to producing a good supplement. If you go on the Hush and Hush website, you will be able to click through all of the research that they use to apply to that supplement. And it makes it so that you can clearly see the intention behind the product, what it may do for your skin, and what those ingredients have done in clinical trials. Yes! I love it. I tried the entirety of their skin capsule collection. They did gift me the Brighten variety. I bought the other two, and I've decided on the one that I'm going to stick with because in the intro of this video, I talked about how acne is a big issue for me. For me, it's the clear variety. Let me give you a quick rundown on the three options because I really think they kind of cover everybody's needs, and most likely, whatever your core concern is, you're going to want to choose a supplement that is based on that, which again is why it's not surprising that the clear one became my acne-prone skin's favorite, right? What all three of these have in common is that they all share a blend of different antioxidant-rich plant ingredients, although all three of them have ginseng, which I also have a video on and is one of my favorite skincare superhero ingredients. And aside from that, they all have some different vitamins and minerals. With the Brighten, which we'll start with, this one is made for hyperpigmentation, and just so you know, this one does seem to be their most popular of the three. I did see results from this. I do have to admit I did see results. I just generally am more concerned with keeping the acne away than correcting past scars. This one contains vitamin C as well as zinc, and also quite a list of patented ingredients. Whenever a company uses patented ingredients, it does drive the price of that product up, so this one is a little bit more expensive than my clear variety, but yes, it is a wonderful option for helping with hyperpigmentation. Hydrate. This was actually probably my least favorite, which I think makes sense. This one does contain some hyaluronic acid, which I already take elsewhere, and I will show you the product that I take that one for. So out of the three, this was my least favorite, but again, if you are dealing with dehydrated skin, it may be very beneficial for you to consider taking a supplement that contains ingredients like collagen and hyaluronic acid. And as for clear, this one is actually kind of the simplest of the three, which I appreciate. It keeps the price low. It's only $30 a month on the subscription plan. This one contains turmeric, one of my favorite anti-inflammatory ingredients, artichoke, dandelion, burdock, red panax, ginseng, and echinacea, as well as selenium, zinc, vitamin A in the beta-carotene form, and then pantothenic acid. It's just very nice for me to be able to find a supplement that contains all of that in one place. $30 a month and done, and they are truly a lovely company. Do I still have a code? I think I still have a code. I'll put it up on the screen. Hopefully it still works. Let's chat next about probiotics. Now, if you are a subscriber, you already know how much probiotics mean to me personally. They are single-handedly where I saw the biggest change in my skin. But we have to have a talk. We have to have a full talk about probiotics because it turns out that this is actually something that I have personally worked on. I have a lot of experience with probiotics, and because of this, I hold them to a very high standard. There are a couple of things you have to know about probiotics first and foremost. So they may have helped me tremendously with my acne, but I want to be really clear as to why. So when you have a gut imbalance, an imbalance in your gut microflora, you could see quite a different variety of issues as a result of that, one of which can certainly be acne. The limitation here is that acne isn't necessarily nor exclusively caused by a gut imbalance. It could contribute to it, it could be the source of your problems, but it's difficult to determine. What's important to know though is that we do have a very different diet in modern times than people did in the past. We have much more clean food, much more processing in our food, and so we don't really consume the same amount of bacteria. Unless you are eating raw sauerkraut, raw kimchi, truly raw yogurt, which you're probably not, then you may have an imbalance in your gut microflora. Nonetheless, it is so important to keep in mind that this is a possibility and not any kind of a promise. Do I think it's something worth trying if you're struggling with acne and you just have not been able to clear it? It is worth trying. It is something that you cannot really do on a blood panel. You need quite a different sample to do this. We'll get there, we'll get there. And the other aspect of probiotics that is very tricky is that it is not a monolith. There is not one type of bacterial strain that benefits your intestines and your health as a consequence. Instead, there are so many strains of bacteria in your gut, both good and bad, and what you want is to make sure you have a good balance. This is a lot of my problem with the single strains that are on the market that are sold as the solution, the probiotic solution. It's almost always B coagulants, and you know, that's just one strain. We don't know if that's what that specific person needs or not. I don't want to forget my roots over here. So for me, the first probiotic where I really saw a tremendous change in my skin was the Skin Squad Pre and Probiotic, where they have specifically chosen strains that reflect the research in terms of acne. It was a brilliant probiotic that I loved for 2 entire years, but I have just leveled up to the company Thrive, which has a very different approach. They did reach out to me, they did gift this to me, but when I first read their email and I read more about the company, y'all, I was sitting over here going, oh my goodness, this is brilliant. And they don't have a clue. I don't think Thrive has a clue about my background. Maybe, no, I don't think they do. Here's the deal with Thrive. This is a custom probiotic blend. Yes, it is a blend that is made based on the bacteria in your intestines to balance that out, to improve the good microflora. Are you kidding me? That is genius. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever been so excited for PR. I was so excited because this is absolutely a genius idea, and I did it. I did everything for this. I did the sample, I sent it in, I got my results, and it was so interesting to read. They give you a dietary suggestions also, and my dietary suggestions, me and Ara were laughing about this. It was almost as though from that tiny little sample, they knew my entire diet. It was just so funny because there are certain fruits and vegetables that I love and probably eat a little bit disproportionately, and my results said, you can eat less of these, and it was just all of my favorite foods. You should eat more of these, all of the foods that I don't love as much. Now, just so you know, we've talked a little bit about samples. As somebody who worked on probiotic studies, let me tell you some things about this real quickly. Because I did that, I know how some people receive this. I hate so much breaking things up into gender, but because of how much I worked on this, I can tell you that in general, women were a lot less comfortable with this idea. I mean, we were doing paid studies, so we would have men come in and we would explain to them that we're going to need samples, and they would, oh my goodness, y'all, it was the same joke over and over again. They'd say,
who knew that was worth so much money?
We did, sir. We designed the study and we determined how much we were going to pay the participants. Whereas a lot of women had a very hard time with this. I think that it was kind of viewed as, you know, embarrassing. Just so you know, it really is under a hood. The scientists working on your samples are quite separated from it, and we don't view it as anything odd. Just also, like, maybe eat less corn before you know you have a sample coming. Too far? Too far. And one more thing on the gut test. Rest assured you do not have to send a big pile in the mail. Not me getting shy about this. It's just a little tiny vial that you'll send in the mail. You just need a rice size amount, which you can scoop up from a Q-tip, an extra long Q-tip that they provide you in the kit, so it is definitely not jarring. You don't have any special packaging. You just ship that back in the box and then you get your results a couple of weeks later. Also know that when you initially start taking probiotics, there may be a bit of an adjustment period going on in your tummy. I personally think it is very worth sticking through that because, you know, a lot of the issue with having an improper gut balance in your gut is that you can have a lot of inflammatory conditions specifically, not just limited to acne, but even eczema and rosacea can be impacted by this. Again, not a replacement for your doctor, but yes, those can contribute to those issues. And again, whether you go with Thrive, which I will have a link in the description box below if you're interested, whether you go with Hum, which I will also have links to below, whether you go with a different probiotic entirely, just know that those strains mean everything. That's why I'm so excited about this company customizing those strains for your needs. Don't just buy B-coagulants. I'm so tired of B-coagulants. And my very last skincare supplement is not for acne, but for anti-aging. I take collagen, and I'm right back to Vital Proteins Beauty Collagen. The reason that this is the one that I've settled on is because this contains your collagen peptides at the amount that matches the literature, your hyaluronic acid at the amount that matches the literature, and also a bonus of B-coagulants. I can't get away from it. I cannot get away from it. But it really is that blend of collagen and hyaluronic acid that is supported by the literature. I'm now on a year and a half of collagen, and I'm so pleased with it. What it does for my skin, what it does for my joints, what it does for my hair also. I'm a big fan of collagen. I'll link you my full video if you want more info, but I truly believe in it. There was a time in the past where we did not have the data on collagen and hyaluronic acid, so it did seem at the very least premature to jump to taking those, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're seeing the benefits of collagen, especially over the long term, and I would absolutely recommend that you take collagen if you are interested in improving the hydration levels in your skin, improving the look of your skin. And that is it. That is my skincare supplements routine. I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's a very personal video for me to make. It's a very important video for me to make, but I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know if you want more videos on the topic of supplements. I feel like I know the answer. I feel like I do. I do have a lot more I could say. I thought about doing a kind of the overrated supplements type of video, which, spoiler, you probably didn't see in my routine. But let me know. I hope you all have a truly fantastic week. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did find it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the links in the description box below, and I will see you all next time.